Hello Aquarius, thank you so much for tuning in for the April of 2022 tarot reading with astrology. This is a major month. There's so much stuff going on with astrology. We're going to talk about it, but first I want to make sure that you know that I'm Vickie Verlie and my website is vickieverlie.com. Please don't be fooled by imposters. And I also wanted to, if you like tarot and you like creativity and spirituality, then I invite you to subscribe to my channel because I feature all of that and more each and every month, and actually I upload every week. The decks that we will be using in this reading is, first of all, my Rock and Roll Tarot deck, which you can find the link in the description below. Then we're going to follow up with the Hanson Roberts, an old favorite. And then we're going to pull an Animal Totem card from the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards. If you're a level 2 Patreon supporter, we're going to be 4 additional cards from the Tarot of the Abyss by Anna Torium. So if you're interested in any of that, you can find the links below or just visit my website. Okay, so there's so much stuff going on with astrology. We got to talk about that first. This is a banner month for, there's some crazy stuff going on. First thing that's happening is we're going to have a new moon on the very first of the month in the sign of Aries, and then we're going to have another new moon at the very end of the month. That's very unusual. And then the other part of it, not only is unusual, but it's an eclipse new moon at the 30th of April. So that's very powerful. Okay, so here you are. Where are you here? We're looking for Aquarius. Here's your sign, Aquarius. So you are a fixed sign, but you're air. So the new moon in Aries is a beautiful sextile. And sextile is a very harmonious energy. You know, this would be a very good time to, do your new beginnings, do your manifestations. Then we have a full moon in Libra, also a nice, beautiful trine, a fellow air sign energy. We get to that full moon, the new moon starting into the eclipse season. These eclipses are going to be squaring you. And this is going to be going on into May and then again in the fall because you are a fixed sign. So we have the fixed cross here. We've got Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, and Taurus. So anytime any events happen in fixed signs, here's where the eclipses are going to be happening. Well, we're going to get just the Taurus one at the end of the month and then next month. That creates a square, which is tension. And a lot of people will say, oh, it creates tension, it's difficult, it's going to cause problems. It moves energy, it makes things happen. So things can really happen, and you can harness that energy. You don't have to be a victim of it. You're not powerless in this. You can harness that energy and really, move mountains and make miracles happen. The other big thing that's happening is there's going to be this huge thing, once-in-a-lifetime aspect of the Neptune-Jupiter conjunction in the sign of Pisces. And that's going to be in your system right next door here in Pisces. And being an Aquarius, many of you will have planets in Pisces. So I wouldn't be surprised if you're directly affected by some of this stuff too. This is magical, this is creativity, this is manifestation from spirit, being directly in contact with spiritual energy. It's super, super powerful. Everyone will be affected by it in different ways. If you want to find out how specifically, you could, maybe order a reading or look into it more through the astrology if you want. Let's go ahead and get started on the very first part of the reading with our Celtic cross. With these cards, now if you see things in these cards, if you see letters or imagery popping out at you, know that this is definitely a message for you. There's that tower again. I can't tell you how many times that tower card has been out in these months' readings. Well, and we're going to read all upright. And eclipses do eclipse things out of your life. That is Astrology 101. Eclipses can eclipse things out of your life. But it's interesting because in each and every case, it's always followed by some, really positive cards. So we do have the tower here. So it's a clearing that is necessary. There's a clearing that is necessary. And what comes right next after it? The world. So you just can't beat that. The world is beautiful energy. But let's start at the beginning. The very first part is this Knight of Cups, or King of Cups. Could be an actual person. King of Cups may be a water sign energy, which is a Scorpio, a Cancer, a Pisces. But we're having that big thing that I just got done talking about is in the sign of Pisces. So it absolutely can be representing that. You're a very mental sign. This is you, by the way. Well, this could be you too. You got air sign energy. There's no gender in these readings either. So all of the people, the court cards, the kings, knights, and queens, and so on, they can be, even though this is a female, it might be a male. It doesn't gender doesn't apply in my readings, okay? So but this or this does represent you. There's a lot of air energy. There's a lot of mental energy. I feel like for a lot of you, when this big Neptune thing happens with the the spiritual downloads and that, it could just be a big realization for you. Like, wow, I'm on the wrong path, or wow, I see. It could just be, this could be like your mind is blown. Wow, mind blown. I'm gonna write that, mind blown, because that's sure what it seems like. Like your mind is blown by the revelations that you're getting. And you're having some major realization. And by having these realizations, you're free. You're free. You're free of whatever's been inhibiting you. Or these are limiting, limiting beliefs. You're free of them. Some of you, an actual offer is coming through here. Maybe from another air sign. Or maybe this could also be talking about the full moon in Libra, which is occurring on the 16th. And that's that air sign energy. This could be another air sign who is actually making you an offer. And if that is the case, it could really be something really wonderful for you with the Chariot and the World here. This is big, big news here. For some of you, I feel like this is something, it might be something that you did a while ago and you just kind of set it aside. It's like, well, whatever. I do that too. I come up with all these ideas. I put them out there. If they don't fly, I don't worry about it. I just move on to the next idea. For a lot of you, that's what I'm picking up. Like it was something, maybe, it might even be something that you put out there, like posted online, or something that you maybe published in a blog or even a YouTube video, or something like that. That's the thing too with the Jupiter-Neptune, with the video is going to be strong. That comes through, that rules over video photography, things like that. Whoever this person is, they're a soulmate. Now, for some of you, maybe you're going to meet a soulmate that is a love interest. The Ace of Rods can be a sexual relationship, but that's not the strongest energy that I'm going toward. I'm picking up stronger, like that this is going to be a new beginning from you that springs out of this soulmate relationship. I said this in one of the other readings. Our soulmates, they're not always our lover. Many times they're not our lover. We have so many soulmates, and soulmate is coming along to kind of give you a lift, give you a boost, or something like that. You didn't see the results as fast as you wanted, or maybe you didn't see the results at all. Like I said, there's been many things I've done, that I thought was so cool, and I thought everybody was going to love it. Like, well, now I'm looking at mine right over there, my astrology chart, wire art thing. I thought those were great, and nothing really happened to it. Well, I don't cry about it. I go on to the next thing. I create another deck. I keep moving forward, And that's definitely Aquarius trait, too. You're always looking forward. You're always moving into the future. But there's a strong calling of something that you set aside or gave up on, and it may just pop up. It must be still out there in some way, because somebody's going to find it or see it. Of course, this can't be for everybody, but it must be still out there. That's why I think maybe it's a website or a blog or a post, or even something on social media maybe, or a video that you did. And somebody's going to be going back through your stuff and spot it and wants to make magic happen. That's what I'm hearing. They want to make magic. And I'll tell you what, that Jupiter thing, yeah, making magic, Jupiter-Neptune, definitely making magic. I'm going to write that in Pisces, because Pisces are coming up next, but I'm going to write that because it's in their sign. Magic. Let's write that down before I forget it. Okay, now, so we've established you're the air sign, right? So you're going to show up in this next part. You'll either be the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Swords, or the King of Swords. So whoever shows up first, we're going to take a look at that card, and we're going to look at all the cards that are surrounding it to get a little bit maybe more information on what's it all about. I'm hearing, what's it all about, Elfie? If you've never seen my videos, I'm not just sitting here randomly singing songs, goofing. That's the way my guides come through with me. I'm a lifelong musician. And we're reading all upright. Look at all these aces you have, though. I am not going to focus on every single card. However, if there's cards in here that you can relate to or you vibe with, there you are, then definitely do take them into account, because there you are again. Look, isn't this interesting? This is interesting to me. But take them into account, even if I don't talk about them, because I probably am not going to talk about every single card, okay? I'm looking for the story here. But if you see a card that stands out to you, definitely, that's the way your guides are talking to you. But listen, look at this. What do we have in the last reading? We had the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords. What do we have in this part of the reading? The Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords, both. So there's something to that. I'm just not really clear on what it is. That also can, kind of reinforces that going back to the past thing. Because this could be, if we go in succession, you've got the page, the knight, the queen, the king. Progression, I guess. Succession, progression. So the queen is the next move after the knight, the next step up. So it's like maybe you stepping up to your next step, but also this could be where you are now. That's really stronger. This is where you are now. And this is that thing. It's an old, dusting off those old dreams. I might put that there, dusting off your old dreams. I'm going to write that down. If I don't write it down, I'm sorry, but if I don't write it down right this minute, I won't remember it. I don't want to go back and watch all 12 videos again, believe me. I won't do that. The other thing that shows up here, you've got 4 aces. We've got 3 here, and then 4 there. Ace of Rods showing up twice. Again, Ace of Rods can be a phallic symbol, can be sexual. We do have the up here, somebody could be coming in with a pregnancy, planting the seed in the womb here of the Empress. So that isn't a possibility. Let me just scooch. Zoom in to scooch. I've been saying scooch and scotch lately, and that's not, I don't know where I'm getting that from. Okay, yeah, so there we are. We do have that Empress energy up there. But Empress is also abundant, and again, it's right next to Ace, 10 of Pentacles. I feel more that this is something monetary for most people, financial. Could be, could be, we got the soulmate card here, we got the cup energy. Could be love if you're looking for love. Let's get down into these cards because this is really what it's all about. This Ace of, with the 10 of Pentacles, looks like some nice money is available, or it could grow into some nice money. I don't really feel in this case that this is just a lump sum. It could be, but it feels more like this is, and it's springing forth out of your head, It's like these ideas are springing forth from your head. Look, you got Magician, right in a row. Singularity, you being the driving force or the driving. Now I'm hearing that song. I was just listening. I was putting together some playlists with my music. I was listening to a bunch of old stuff. I think it's Foghat, but it's You're My Driving Wheel. You're my driving wheel. Driving wheel. That's better. That's in the key. You're my driving wheel. I can't think of any of the other lyrics. If anybody wants to look that up, I think it's called Driving Wheel by Foghat. Put the lyrics themselves in the You're my driving wheel. I keep hearing that. Put the lyrics themselves, because if you add a link in the comments, YouTube automatically marks it as spam and nobody ever sees it, okay? But that song came through, but it's, having a lot of drive and ambition, and it's just pointing right up at you. Ideas galore. Ideas are just coming out of your head. Visualizing, and people showing up. There's some people showing up. Even if both of these represent you, there's still other people around. 1, 2, 3, 4. So other people are going to want to be involved with these ideas. I'm hearing an idea whose time has come, but also I'm going back to what I'm still feeling that really strong, that a lot of you put something out there because you are so advanced. You guys are so advanced and so in the future. And you put something out there a while ago, and maybe the world wasn't ready for it, or maybe the people that were meant to come together and be a part of it weren't in place yet, or hadn't seen it, or hadn't discovered it yet. For some of you, I think you needed more practice, especially if it was a video thing. I think you needed more smoothing out your skills, more practice. Maybe you wouldn't want, and where you're at now, you're in a much better, you're more confident, or you're more practiced at it. That's the word I wanted to say. You needed more. Practice makes perfect. How do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice, practice, practice. But there's definitely aces. That's what grabs me, these aces here, like tic-tac-toe going down. Ace, 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 ace. Other people are going to be interested. This is something that you've earned. You've earned not only in this incarnation, but in other incarnations. This is something skills that you've acquired from many incarnations of, developing these skills. This isn't something that you just randomly stumbled upon. It's part of your soul's journey. It's part of your life's path. And I'm looking over here at this Knight of Cups. Sure looks like the Knight of Cups and the Emperor are the same person. So this person has the power, or has the connections, or has what it takes, whatever the case may be, to take you to the next level, to get this thing to the next level for you. All right, I am going to do your animal totem. I just want to do a couple quick announcements because I have a few readings that are different than normal. So we know about the Aries Ingress reading. If you're watching this in March, that'll be available till the end of the month. I've also resurrected, by popular demand, these astrology, psychic astrology eclipse readings, because the eclipses are so much is going on with that. And there's going to be the second eclipse is going to involve Uranus too, so that's big news too. I think even this one involves Uranus, if I'm not mistaken. We're probably going to talk about the April 30th eclipse in more detail next month, because it's happening on April 30th, but it's really affecting the month of May and onward. But yeah, so there's a lot to look at in these eclipse readings. So what that is, there's three things. We look at you as compared to the first eclipse and the second eclipse. So we're looking at three different things. It's a psychic reading. It's not by the book astrology, so if that's your jam, then you might not want to get it from me, because it's definitely more of a psychic reading. I use the chart as a jumping off point and go from there. And then secondly, I've opened up. People have been asking, 3 different people ask me out randomly, so it's like the universe is talking to me. I'm going to have the soul reading, which is always really popular, which looks at your past life. I've been doing those for years. But I'm going to do the psychic soulmate soul reading. So it's for 2 people. And it's deep. It's not, is he going to call me on Friday kind of reading. It's the kind of reading of, why have we come together? What is our soul purpose? What is our karmic entanglement? What are we supposed to learn from this life? So if that interests you, you can check all that stuff out, either below the description or shoot over to my website. So let's go ahead and get your animal totem for our Aquarius friends for the last part of this reading. The possum. Possum is like Hangman. He's paused and reflected. So there's, and it's this, figuring things out. Possum and Hangman to me is a lot of figuring things out. And so figuring out, visualizing, stopping to pause to get a grip on what's really going on. And you have this card and you have the Hermit also. So these are also like, let's pause, let's not do necessarily any action right away. Let's do some visualization first, get clear, and then when the time is right, we're going to act. Oh, I'm sorry, that phone buzzed. It scared the crap out of me. Oh, okay, sorry about that. I didn't know I had it on buzz. At the time I jumped. I thought I had it turned off. Okay, let's read this. Dreamer of dreams, seer of visions. Pause. Oh, damn it. Sorry. I'm going to have to turn it off, but we're going to have to deal with it. We're almost done here. Dreamer of dreams, seer of visions. Pause. Create space for enlightenment. Breathe. Keep your plans and ideas private. Know when to assert yourself and when to play dead. That's very key. Knowing when to assert yourself or knowing when to play dead. Because this is asserting yourself and this is potentially like playing dead. Trust your inner guidance. The ideas that you had were not bad ideas. They were just an idea whose time has come. I might put that in there too. Idea whose time has come. That might be the whole thing. Time has come. That might be the whole thing with the tower. That might just blow your mind. It's like, wow, I figured that was, that was never going to happen. I put it aside. I'm not thinking about it anymore. And then that could be what, that could be the whole tower. Tower does not have to be something bad necessarily. Okay, Aquarius, I want to thank you guys all for tuning in and supporting me in all the ways you do. There's many things that don't cost a dime, like subscribing, liking, sharing. If you don't, a lot of people are tight this time of year and can't with the inflation and whatnot. Also, another thing that doesn't cost anything is just giving my music a quick listen. I have a new single coming out, and actually the album will be out in April, but I'm releasing it on that Jupiter Neptune. That's when I'm releasing the album. But if you haven't yet, many of you have heard the Traces of Angels, and now the new one is The Quickening. I'm only showing the album art because last month I played some of it, and it turned into this huge problem with YouTube. I mean, it's all resolved. I am the legal copyright owner, but I had to go through this thing 12 times of, acknowledging, yes, I am the copyright owner, blah, blah. I don't want to do that anymore. So I'm not going to play any of the music on these videos, but please do check it out. It's great for elevating and creating creative ideas. I like to listen to it while painting, reading. My daughter said she likes to listen to it while she's studying. So it's that kind of music. It's elevated energy. Check it out, and if you do like it, it costs nothing to save it or add it to the playlist. Save it to your favorites, and that's also appreciated so much. Remember that you are love and beauty incarnate. Have the best month ever. Patreon peeps, your readings are coming up next. Your additional cards. We'll see you again. Have a great month. Bye.